if that kind of thing happened, I would probably hand off control because.
Will Machine says 2 AP.
2 AP. We want to just set this up for you when you get here. Everything is done in his Royal Majesty, but he means his Imperial Majesty's name.
Hey, we got the stream back up. Okay. I'm gonna post the link real quick.
Earlier, like,
so okay.
Will Machine was planning to make a castle for you. If we want to mention.
I was planning to make a castle too.
Citadel.
I built myself a shack.
Yeah, he has a cave and a shack in a city. The Great Law Reich's been establishing some colonies as well. We've been having some and the Dominion of Steel and Iron as well. We've had some.
I don't know. I'm just.
Hold up, is that Will Machine?
Yeah, it's Will Machine's.
Will Machine is Eternian.
Gotcha.
He's an Eternian citizen.
Eternian, and he's been working with us on this server.
But Stefan is
really
Stefan,
enjoying this, and I'd hate for this to Will Machine says I'm really enjoying this, and I'd hate for this to fall, or I guess fail. I can both work.
Thanks.
Yeah. If you know what,
I think this is something for AP to be proud of. That's what he says.
I want it to be AP's. I don't want to bastardize his identity, his creation and his identity, and I feel really bad for in my mind doing that. Like I
think Emperor Robert's taken notice. I just saw Emperor Robert go, wow.
But yeah,
his community is doing things in his name.
All right, the roof of my home is finished.
Hey, we have a viewer. Kingdom of Mibia says, "Hey AP, I will be leaving for vacation and might play a bit in the hotel, so you can send a friend request to Dromulus17 because you'll probably be asleep when I get on." Awesome, thank you. Also, Elysium Federation, what's going on? I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us.
Oh, by the way, AP, I sent you a friend request yesterday.
Oh, in Minecraft?
No, like in Discord.
Oh, awesome. All right, I didn't. My bad. I probably didn't check it. Sorry about that.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely. What is your name? I can go ahead and add you.
So what my Discord username is Imperial Marshal.
And I just sent one. I just sent one to you too. It's Invincible Admiral.
I got you guys.
You know that one because I have some DMs with you already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually have never looked at my friend requests. I didn't know where the tab was until you just brought it up. So now I'm seeing that there's 45 friend requests.
Yeah, Connor's in the call will machine.
Oh yeah.
I've been lamenting on how much of a big idiot I've been.
No, well that's the thing. You're really not. That's the thing that I feel weird about with it. I don't want this to come off as me chastising you guys for what you did because it's a great thought.
You aren't, but I'm chastising myself.
Free Dairy says, "Have you ever been in the news?" I have not. This is the most we've done.
Do you have a local news station, AP?
We do.
You should go tell them, ask them if they could do a little news article on you. I mean, Emperor Norton, do it Emperor Norton style.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea. Absolutely.
I thought of doing that at one point.
Yeah. I just
asking my local newspaper.
Yeah. I wouldn't be sure, I guess, when I'd be ready to do that, but it's definitely something that I think I would do eventually.
Yeah, maybe once you. Already, I think you have something that you can show because you certainly have certain economic. Oh, I said this to Connor. I said one benefit is of Minecraft is this Minecraft server is that we can do what the society you've envisioned for Eternia. We're all contributing economically. Which is the society you told yesterday that you envisioned for Eternia.
Yeah, and that's something that I guess this is my vision, which is wrong. I shouldn't have forced my vision onto the server. Is create something. What?
I said I don't see you as doing that. I see a lot of similarities to AP's vision.
I know, but the thing is, I forced my vision on the server of when I view AP's vision to be, which is I probably shouldn't have done, but
Will Machine says what I'm sad about is I kind of feel AP might be disappointed. I don't think he is.
Well,
Are you?
the thing is, I'm disappointed in my own acts. I think AP, he is. There we go. I'm doing it again. Gosh darn it! I
What
didn't
a-
stop.
what a-
I'm
what I
projecting
can see-
my
what
views
I-
onto others.
What I
I'm
I'm
seeing
seeing.
a whole. You know what? I'm
I'm-
shutting down the server. This was a
Dude, don't shoot.
this was
Dude,
a
don't
bad
shut down the
idea.
server. Don't do it. Don't shut down the server. Hey,
This was a
hey,
bad
you know, you want to know what's a
We have a starvation problem in my place.
You know what AP we're not formal allies, but can I can I ask you over the request
Can you ask a request? Yeah, absolutely.
from the attorney and
Wow.
administration?
Sure.
If Connor doesn't, if you don't see the server as like fully attorney, is that what I'm getting? Am I getting this correct?
Yeah, I
Like,
just
if-
don't see it as attorney, and not because I'm like I don't like it, so I don't like approve of it. It's more of a thing where it's just
It
my
wasn't made by
definition
you
of
as the
right.
monarch. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that. Would this, okay, this isn't like a power grab. I'm just wondering because I want to keep this community alive. And I appreciate what these guys have done. And people on here are like my micronational friends. Like I've talked to Stefan before and I've talked to Connor before.
Are you just asking if you want to take over the thing?
I would say instead of being an Eternian server, what if Arthuria as an Arthurian server? Eh?
Yeah, that's fine. Like that's the whole thing about it is you guys are going back and forth and being like, well, let's like check with AP on the thing. But what my argument is that it was like never my thing.
Yeah, I ask the Eternian administration first. You know what I mean? Because I know Connor would probably refer to him because Connor designed it for you. So I'm referring to you. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate that, but I get
a bit sad.
Yeah,
oh,
we're all sad about this.
Gives me crippling
I really
depression.
do feel like
crippling
a bastard.
depression. I mean, you're always crippling depressed, Stefan. What's the diff? Okay, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke.
savage.
Low
I'm a
man, not
bastard.
this time.
I'm a bastard in real life, and now I feel like a double bastard.
No, you're not.
Well, no, I legitimately am a bastard. I'm an illegitimate child. I was conceived before marriage.
Oh.
That's actually all good.
That got real personal, real bad.
It is really all good, my man.
I accept you for who you are. It's not like, it's just I was excited.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like it does seem like he wants to see what I mean, unless I'm getting this wrong, it seems like you want to see what we've done, AP, unless I'm getting this wrong.
No, you're getting that right. I'm excited to see what you guys have done on it. But I guess that's the thing that I have to say about it. I don't have any opinion on what you guys ultimately end up doing with the server, whether it becomes an Arthurian server or whatever, just because it's not. It's nothing that I have dominion over. It's nothing that I have say on.
So, I do have a question.
Yes, anything.
In the end, would you ever join it? Like
join and support it?
Would I support it as something that I think is a cool micronational thing? Yeah.
Would you join and play on it?
Maybe, but the general, like, the reason that I'm into Minecraft. I think it's cool, but the primary reason that I got Minecraft was to for the stream. Yeah. So I just wouldn't. I don't think I'd play it personally. Yeah.
But would you play it on stream?
Probably not, just because I'd want the stream things to be Eternian.
Like your Eternian Bedrock, sir. Okay, that's fair.
And it doesn't even need to be a Bedrock. It's just something that comes from me.
Like something you made yourself.
Would you make your own Java server if hypothetically you got it?
If hypothetically you got it, would you make your own so Java players like us could play on them?
Maybe. I just feel like it would be very different from what you guys are doing. Like, I just feel like it wouldn't be.
It doesn't. Honestly, I think we could make this its own thing, and then you could make your Eternian.
My Ethereum offer is still open, bro.
No, thank you. Anyway.
Oh, come on. We're enlightened monarchy.
But we could make it its own thing. And
own
this
Minecraft
is
nation?
I guess a hypothetical.
Make this an
If
unknown
you ever
server.
get Java, you
You're
could
welcome
make
to
your own server, and it could be as different as you wanted.
make our new nation for it. I like Will Machine's idea. We'll make our own nation. So should we burn the Eternian banners?
Well, so that's actually the thing that's interesting. I'd like to talk to Will Machine. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that, like personally, just because that's the thing that I do feel actually a little bit weird about is the fact that like you guys aren't Eternian citizens. You guys can do
No.
whatever you want. Will Machine is an Eternian, and yet like helped to draft a constitution in the name of Eternia that is not
He was one of the
Eternian.
people holding
But
me
that's
as
but that
mayor accountable.
but that's the issue. He decided in his name to make someone a mayor, not Eternia. He acted himself,
As a
which is
citizen,
weird, right?
I didn't. Will Machine says he didn't help with it. The mayor wasn't.
Yeah, the mayor wasn't
the mayor
elected.
wasn't elected. We didn't have an election.
It was.
That's why I
was a
joked
bit
it
of
was a dictatorship and a military junta wouldn't be different.
But
That's kind of a wisecrack I pulled. I was in favor of coming on and appointing the people.
I would have been
appointing the
totally in
people.
favor of that too.
Yeah, like
but,
having you appoint them and just mayor. Like Connor was meant to be a temporary mayor until you came.
Yeah,
along.
I was provisional, 100%.
Provisional government, kind of like a
regent.
Kerensky.
Well, that's
he was provisional.
It's just weird because like I understand what you guys are saying, and I respect everything that's been said. I don't have much of a comment or an opinion on it because it's just not Eternia. Like it sounds like you guys are asking for like opinions or specific like
we're wondering,
is this okay? But it's just none of it is
because we want Dad's approval.
I guess that's kind of the overall of this. We're trying to like I guess we're less asking at this point like do you support this because I guess that's
no.
kind of to AP we want you AP join the Java Minecraft cult. Oh God. I mean everyone was saying get Java in the last stream.
No, I agree.
Night. That was pretty funny.
But yeah, I mean, you should
um,
totally, if you ever get Java, you should totally make your own Java. And make your own Java so we can play. Cause
Stefan, get me my flint and get the flint and steel.
Okay, Jesus, relax. But I guess this is now. We're renaming everything. This is. Wait, I'm crying. I'm going to cry.
Don't cry. Don't do it. We are. I mean, at least we didn't put too many. At least we didn't put too many things.
But yeah, I don't really know that I have like that much more to say about it. It just seems like it's your guys' thing, which is cool. But it's just different. So yeah, I wish you guys luck in like what y'all do with it. I don't.
So wait, would you support this? Not like as an Eternian project, like its own thing. I guess that's kind of where we're going with this.
Well, yeah, I think he said he like supports micronational unity.
Like micronational community, its own thing.
I'm glad you guys are being creative.
Can I put a server link up in the Eternian server for specific people? I guess
I think that's a no. Probably.
Yeah, I don't in Discord. I don't like people sending links.
Well, it is the IP of the Java server.
That's what we mean. Yeah, Will Machine said okay, fair.
So wait, no IP posting of the server anymore from this point onward.
I guess only
for what?
For this server from this point forward, are we still allowed to post the IP? Because we have in the past for this Discord the IP.
That's how we got people on in the first place.
Oh, did y'all y'all posted it in the Discord?
We did.
Yeah, I'ma probably just delete that real as fuck because I didn't say y'all could put a link.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Y'all just decided to do that.
Yeah,
even though it's specifically against the rules that all of y'all know. Yeah, I don't let anybody post links to anything.
Go, bro? Come on. Well, I'm not talking to you, AP. I'm talking to the skeleton. Sorry, I didn't want to sound that threatening. Come on, let's go.
Technically, I mean, it's not necessarily it's a link. It's
I mean, an attorney in
It's just-
army is kind of an oxymoron. A new attorney in army is kind of an oxymoron.
What? What are you
Now when
talking about?
The army, you get my army.
Oh yeah. But
Iron golems.
But what I was saying was it doesn't like lead anywhere on the internet. It's not a link in that sense.
That's
it's
true.
a
Yeah. I didn't actually know.
It's a series of characters you put into a thing on Minecraft to join a server.
That's true. I guess I know what you mean though with the links. Wait a minute.
Yeah, if it's not a link, I mean, y'all can say, "Hey, you should check out my thing" or whatever. As long as it's not like a link where you're like people click on it and it goes
you don't
somewhere
click on
else.
it and it doesn't take you to no website. You copy and paste it into Minecraft.
Then yeah, that's fine. I don't.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
double
I don't.
checking on that.
Yeah, I just don't really. I don't know. I feel
Oh,
like the whole point of these live streams and stuff, and the thing that I'm excited to talk about on here, is stuff that's either relating to Eternia, or if it is relating to stuff that you guys are up to, stuff that we can all kind of talk about together. I feel like you guys doing your own thing is cool. I don't know how active I'm gonna be in any of that.
Server.
Well, just in
Alright.
general, like I don't really know that I joined the server because I don't play Minecraft personally outside of like this.
Hey guys, join the new server. I'm not sure if he DM'd it to you, Connor, but what was it? Will Machine made a
okay,
Discord.
I see that.
So
I will. I guess I'm gonna
Minecraft.
change the IP.
Make a day.
Do you want me to restart the server and make it change the IP then, guys?
Dude, don't restart the server. I think Will Machine was trying to make that a point.
No, I mean not reset, restart.
Oh, restart
Turn
the
off
server.
and turn back on.
Oh,
But
So I
yeah.
can change the IP. Because the IP right now is Eternia,
yeah, it's Eternia AP. That was the
which is the name of the micronation than your name.
So you guys are
if
on
you're not
the general chat right now. If you guys are, I'm gonna. Oh well, that's the thing too, though, because it's not an Eternian server, so I
Yeah.
really don't need like the other Eternian voice
Yeah,
chat.
no, you can
either.
remove that.
remove that.
We're making our
We
own
just made it.
Discord right
we just
now.
made a Discord right now for the
So for
server.
specifically
so
for
delete,
this
you can delete
server,
the new Eternia Discord server.
Bet.
I meant that Discord server. I meant
because
the,
you've disowned
chat.
us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Don't make him feel bad, Connor.
I'm not. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'll make a day.
But yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'd prefer like I think for the rest of this stream, I'm gonna kind of like veer off onto different
Yeah.
topics and stuff. I
that's
think I'm
fair.
kind of done.
Sorry, we
We've hijacked your stream.
No, I
hijacked
want
your
you guys to participate in the stream. I want it to be something that's like this.
related,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, Connor, can I
Pardon?
Why?
hold on?
Having-
Hold on. How do you change your game mode?
/ game mode, survival or creative or whatever. Okay, we should move to the new Discord because we're still hijacking AP's stream.
But that's the thing, I guess, that sucks about it, is that I feel bad because it's like, now everybody's gonna like leave the stream because it's like, it's a different thing now, and y'all are gonna go do your own thing, which is fine. It just, it kind of fucks me up because the whole point of like, I guess the community thing, the thing I really liked about last time was everybody being a part of it and hanging out on stream.
Well, it's not letting me go to creative mode, Connor.
Because you're not opt.
Getting off me.
Why?
Because I want to do something. I want to fix the thing.
What thing? I can fix how I'm in creative.
Alright, I'm gonna see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
see ya.
Thanks for
We'll lead you. Oh, wait. They want us to say something. Will Machine says to you, to AP, don't feel bad. I couldn't even join the stream anyhow. And then Will Machine also says, it just wasn't an active night.
I get
don't know
you.
necessarily.
Will Machine. I will want to hit up Will Machine later. Just because I do feel a little bit weird about the way that things happen. Specifically because he is a citizen of the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm sure he'd be fine. I'll be heading out. All right. See ya.
See ya, Stefan.
All right.
See ya.
Good night.
Right. Am I in trouble?
Oh God, yeah. Will
Stefan's
Machine
scared
is
he's in trouble.
asking if he's in trouble.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get a spanking.
Right.
He's gonna. Oh God. But yeah, we'll go to our server. But thanks for addressing that, AP. That was cool.
No problem, guys.
All right, let's move to the. I'll move to the other server, guys.
Okay, see ya. Bye, AP.
See ya. Yeah, and I feel like, hold on, I'm going to go ahead and read some comments before I get into more stuff. Free Dairy, I appreciate it. We have 7 viewers, and I really appreciate y'all joining. Evan Gilbert says, no, it's fine, I understand. Oh, hold up, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. Evan Guilford, I just haven't seen you in the streams before. It's good to have you. Let me see, Peels plays, Evan Guilford, Peel plays, and Kingdom of Mibia. I hope you guys have a good night. How's His Imperial Majesty doing? I'm doing really good, Evan. I really appreciate that. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Tonight's, I guess, kind of an interesting night because I feel, in one way, excited that everybody has found a new project to get involved in and interested in. But it is interesting because I feel like it did create a lot of pull away from the stream and a lot of a pull away from what I felt like we were building up to. So I do feel quite disappointed. I think I don't know. I really hoped that as we developed and as we grew this, it would become something that people wanted to hang out on this stream and to be able to play Minecraft specifically with the with the Empire of Eternia and the way that we're going about doing things. And if not playing with us, at least hanging out in the voice chat. I feel like now the new servers that are being created and things like that, they're cool because they're community driven. They're things that are expressions of the people who are making them, but they do sort of by definition pull away from the Empire of Eternia just because they're their own thing, and obviously people only have so much time and stuff, so the people who are dedicated to that and are moving toward that can spend less and less time doing things with us. So it does feel like a little bit of a fracturing of the community that we built for the Empire of Eternia, and it feels weird. I guess I'm trying to adjust. I'm excited that it hopefully means new things for the micronational community, which is always good, but I'm curious as to what that means for the Empire of Eternia. I know as we develop, it makes a big difference how we go about things and the way that we decide to approach things. I'm not sure if Minecraft may be the best platform for us, just in that way. So I feel like it's an interesting development, the way that things have happened, and I hope that in the future we are able to. Oh no! Oh, I died. That actually is garbage. I really hope that in the future we are able to find something else that the community can really gravitate toward, where everybody can participate in something that's Eternian. I think it is disappointing that all the people who were in the voice chat with us last night and all the people who we were getting some really good conversation and things out of, they turned to a different direction, and I think that hurts a little bit of what we can do right now for the streams, and that hurts sort of that input that we had, and I hope I wasn't responsible for driving that away, but I feel saddened to see that loss and that go. But with that, I hope there are new horizons to come, and I hope that it does sort of define, you know, in something like this where there is this determination, this new decision. There's obviously going to be people on every side of it. There's obviously going to be people who, are more interested in doing things that are based in the thing that they wanted versus Eternian. So it's always going to be something that is every decision I feel like you make as a micronationalist, especially as things grow larger, leads to people who will support you more because of the decision and people who will pull away more. So that's something that I guess is something that I hope to see, is that we find more people who are I guess just that it fits a little bit better with, and who are able to participate more in the stream directly, outside of what they may be doing on other platforms or with other purposes in mind, I guess. Because really that's the idea, for the Empire of Eternia, is to just sort of to have things based around this channel and this community, and I think that pulling away really, it just makes me sad, because I feel like in that we have lost a lot of good voices and a lot of good contributions to the stream. I know tonight I was really excited for the way that things would develop and potentially what we could have talked about. And now it seems like we had to restart the stream anyway, but it's now become something a little bit different, just having seen those people come and go. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so Evan says, this is kind of there has to be kind of a line drawn with that type of stuff. If you, what I'm saying with that stuff, I know what you're saying, and I agree. I think, in everything like that, when you make a big decision, there's obviously going to be some fracturing. There's obviously going to be some people that pull away because they were more interested in the concept that they were going to work. So I hope that I appreciate every single one of you who are on the stream actively. And who are participating and who are hanging out. I'm sorry I haven't hit up the comments that much as well the last couple of streams, because we have had a lot of people in the voice chat. I haven't been hitting up the comments as much, but I'll definitely be getting back to that. Andrew Tom said, hello. What's going on, Andrew Tom? I hope you're doing well. Grand Duchy of Asil said, can't die of hunger if you die of fall damage. Exactly. That's been my thing. I've been trying to set up slowly over time, trying to build up this this little bridge here and this setup, and it's interesting because we're getting it to be pretty far. I wanted to connect it not only to the other homes in the server that people have built thus far, but also to connect it to this other continent over there, which has been pretty cool. So yeah. Grand Duchy of Asil said, hello. What's going on, Grand Duchy of Asil? Elvin Gilbert says, I haven't been on the live stream in a while. Why is that? What's been going on? And also, if you haven't been on the live stream in a while, hopefully you have seen how big it has grown. We have gone from, I think, something like maybe 500 subscribers last time you checked or something like that, to 700. That's one of the things Will Machine, one of our newest citizens, was talking about as well, that he had entered our live streams when we were at 500, and seeing the acceleration from 5 to 7 is a big deal, and I'm really proud of that, and I thank all of you for that. Generic Name said, what happened? To give you a rundown, there was something, we have created multiple streams over the last hour and a half because of the issues that I was having in getting the stream to work and to set up, and also we were having a lot of like voice chat issues. But essentially, some people in the Discord decided that they wanted to create a Java version of the Empire of Eternia server, and in doing so, sort of just took the reins and made it something themselves. whenever I said that, I didn't really feel like that was Eternian, they decided to continue on their way with that and develop it into something that they felt was more their own approach, which is fine, and I'm excited to see their approach to that. I'm excited to see how that develops, but yeah, as of right now, still doing the same thing, still in this server and trying to develop into that. So that was essentially the rundown, is that last night on the stream we had a ton of people who were really supportive and really excited to be a part of the stream and to talk and to create content and to do all this sort of stuff that we were talking about in the development of the Empire of Eternia in real life, which is the purpose of that, and discussing all that, discussing politics and history and people's life point of views and stuff, all through playing this game together and being on a voice chat together in Discord and being on being connected in that way is interesting, though, because when the creation of that other server ended up happening, it did detract from this stream and from this server, and that was something that had started to make me uncomfortable. So they decided to branch off entirely and make it something that's not Eternian but their own thing, and good on them. But I do think it's sad because it was that group of people who were really, really enthusiastic and who were a big part of the live stream last night and part of what made it so awesome that ended up pulling away. And so I do feel like that's taken a little bit of the heart out of the stream for what I hoped it would have been tonight. And I'm sad to have seen that that change, but I hope that over the next few streams we will have people in who are excited to do a similar platform with us. Elman Guilford said, I see the notifications for your live streams, but then I end up being trapped in the YouTube vortex. No, I understand. If you, that's the thing that's crazy about it. From what I've seen about our, from what I've seen with all of our live streams thus far, all of our descriptions from YouTube, it's all been that there's like 20% of our actual viewership that comes from, or less than 20%, maybe like 18%, that actually that it comes from YouTube promoting our content. The rest of it, like 80% of the people who watch the Empire of Eternia content, is them specifically having to go out of their way and look up that content. So I'm glad for that 18% or whatever it is that YouTube does promote our content, but it does suck that, we're very slowly able to reach a new audience simply because the people who do care about our content and the people who are stumbling upon it are very few and far between. A lot of the time it's people having to strategically seek out our content in order to find it. So I definitely hope that YouTube promotes our stuff more and spreads it more, but until that point, I definitely appreciate all of you guys going out of your way to find our content, because I think that shows leaps and bounds about you guys and your support of the channel, to go out of your way on the internet to find our live streams, Generic Name says, what did they do to make it a non-Eternian server? That's a great question. So essentially, that just the creation of it. My definition of what Eternian is based around myself. I'm the creator of the Empire of Eternia, and so just similarly to like Star Wars, something. When Star Wars was first created, you couldn't say something is a part of Star Wars unless it was a part of George Lucas's creation, or you can't say something's a part of Game of Thrones if it's not from J.R.R. Tolkien, not Jared. George R.R. Martin's mind, or, you know, Lord of the Rings and Tolkien and all that. Something being Eternian has to come from the Empire of Eternia. So them creating this server and doing all of that, they essentially wanted my blessing to have it be considered officially Eternian. And I didn't consider it that because I wasn't a part of its creation. I wasn't the one who made it. I wasn't the one who was interested in developing it. It was all them. So that's what it ended up doing. Grand Duchy of Asil said, it's been 20 minutes into the day and my teachers are already posting stuff. Oh, geez, that's gross. Well, at least, you know, they're trying to get you ready early, and they're trying to get you interested in some good content, because I know in college it's the same thing. My classes start in like a week, and already I'm getting emails from my teachers saying, hey, by the way, you should, you know, these are the things you need, and this is what you need to get started on, and make sure that you know these chapters and stuff like that. We're already getting geared up for the semester, the summer semester, before it really began. Also, it is snowing. It is snowing in the Empire of Eternia, and that is really pretty. It's interesting because I'm sure I can actually walk along this bridge far enough and it will stop snowing. Maybe not. Maybe it's snowing all the... Yep! I can walk far enough, and now it's raining over here. But it's... and it looks like it's raining over there, but then if you walk far enough, it turns into snow. So there is a specific point on our bridge where we change climates entirely. Our bridge crosses an equator line in our server, so that's really, really cool. This bridge that we created actually does cross into an entirely different boundary, and that's awesome. So I am... part of the reason that, oh, there's that village, sweet, so I could actually extend this bridge all the way to that village and have it become an easy access point for going to the Empire of Eternia and for going to the palace that we have. The Grand Palace, if you will. Ooh, okay, a whole bunch of stuff. Republic of Free Dairy says, I think your Discord has just given me an ally. Congratulations, I'm glad to hear that. Can you tell us a little bit about the alliance and how that happened? Also, I'm going to get my charger. I'll be right back. Grand Duchy of Asil said, I am Holy Toaster on Discord. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, so are you and Grand Duchy of Asil, or Grand Duchy of Asil, are you and Free Dairy allies? Is that the idea? Uh-oh. Etc. died while I was trying to plug in my computer and let it charge. But yeah, so that was ultimately the thing with their server, is that, you know, I was glad to see them be able to do something, and that was cool, but I really felt weird about the fact that they had done all of it without me. And then, you know, I just feel like it kind of showed what the actual interest of it was and what the development of it was, because of the fact that, at the end of it, they decided, well, we're going to continue this as our own thing, which isn't a bad way to go. I understand putting in all that effort in something and wanting to see it turn into something, and wanting to see it continue. But it does kind of show that, it really wasn't about the Empire of Eternia. It was about creating something for themselves. And they did it under the guise of the Empire of Eternia, which is okay. But I just wanted to clarify that and to make that known that it can't be Eternia, because it wasn't something that was done truly with Eternia in mind, and I think that was shown. That's, that's the difficulty of it, because what I asked for wasn't, for another server to be created. I asked for people to come and hang out on stream, and that wasn't what happened. People created a server, so that's, that was their choice. That's the decision. But I feel sad because it means that I feel like we lost a lot of really cool people who were on the stream and who, were having good participation, and then it pulled away. It pulled away a lot of people, and it pulled away a lot of interesting micronationalists and people who were having good conversation, because they ultimately wanted to turn it into their own thing. That's why, one of the things, hopefully we'll have a podcast out coming out here pretty quickly about the Empire of Eternia that Will Machine actually has been working on, and I hope that works out and it goes through. But that becoming the idea that, the Empire of Eternia as a concept has to be based around what we're doing as the Empire of Eternia, which ultimately means what my initial seed for that has been, what my initial idea for that has been. And once people start saying that they represent the Empire of Eternia without my consent in that, it becomes something that is mutated, and it becomes something that isn't truly representative of that. And it's sad to see that that's kind of what happened. That people decided to take something that they wanted and run with it, and try to do it in the guise of the Empire of Eternia, and then when it didn't work out, it was ultimately shown that that wasn't the intention. I don't know. I feel like there's something to be said for, creating your own thing and doing your own thing. That's what I did with the Empire of Eternia, but I don't know. It hurts that it pulled away a group of people who I would consider friends, a group of people who I really appreciated and looked up to as a part of these streams, and people who were going out of their way to make this better, which I really appreciated. But it eventually became that they were developing that not to make this better, but to make something that they wanted. So I'm having a hard time processing that at the moment, to tell you the truth. It's kind of rough, and I think it's a learning experience for sure, just like everything else that we've gone through. It's interesting because I feel like there are plenty of moments in our channel's history where you see this huge growth and this excitement and this fuel toward achievement, and there haven't been a whole lot of times in the channel where we've said this is hard and this takes us a step back and this has hurt us and this is where we need to gather ourselves and really learn what it means to be Eternian, and really learn what it means as a micronationalist to be to have your idea changed, to have things become different, and to see the issues that can come about from trying to create your own country, which is a hard thing to do. And this is part of seeing that process, is seeing a little bit of that heartache and a little bit of that disappointment, just in knowing that people will do that, that no matter what your idea is, no matter what you decide to do, and no matter how good your idea is, or no matter what you think, no matter how much you think things have progressed, no matter how much you think, you've developed beyond a point of losses or beyond a point of failure, you will always be surprised by how things can change. Today was something that was interesting because we saw a split in the community, and we saw something that did pull away people from the Empire of Eternia, whether it was purposeful or not. It makes me sad, and I hope that there are lessons learned from this. I hope I can look back on this and appreciate it for what it is. And I feel like I don't know. I hope things get better. It's just, I don't know. I really think it's interesting because, just over the time in thinking about and in seeing the difference between this stream that we're currently doing and the stream that was happening, an hour ago, half an hour ago. It's crazy because things changed very, very quickly, and it was disheartening, for sure. I hope that in the future there are things, I know there are things that, when we develop ourselves as a more direct nation, when we acquire our land and when we start having citizens, developing that land, it's going to be a whole new set of challenges, and it's going to be difficult in its own right. That's something that Waywood Territory right now, or Waywood, if you guys haven't checked them out, is also dealing with, and having to go through the trials and tribulations of being on their own land and developing out in England. And I hope that we're able to see that come to fruition for the Empire of Eternia. And I think it's interesting to see that even though I don't know. Excuse me one second, guys. Kingdom Amoeba said, you're still streaming. Damn, you're committed. Yeah, absolutely. Republic of Free Dairy said, just allied with someone willing to sell me guns. Don't buy guns from strangers on the internet. That's an alliance I respect. Can land that somebody else owns be considered yours if they want? Can land that somebody else owns be considered yours if they want? I'm just curious. Uber Eats driver reads chat. LOL. Nice. Uber Eats driver reads chat. LOL. Interesting. Well, so the first thing is, Dan, you are committed. Dan Avidan is absolutely committed to the Game Grumps. He for sure is, and we got to give him credit for that. Also, can land that somebody else owns be considered yours if they want? It depends on what you mean by yours. If you mean in general, like, can somebody else donate their land to a micronation? Absolutely. For the Empire of Eternia specifically, partly because of this same reason, for the Empire of Eternia, specifically, we want to own that land. So if someone were to truly gift us that land, Republic of Free Dairy, they would have to sign over legal documentation that would give me, Emperor AP, in the eyes of, say, the United States government, where I live, that the legal right to that land. It would be a property thing. If someone were to gift that land, they would have to gift it in the title, in the deed to that land, because that's part of the issue that we're having, even in this server. People in this server dispute, people saying, "Oh, we created something for you. This is all in the idea of Eternia," but not actually being Eternian, because it can't be. I think that's been a lot of problems with our states and things like that as well, is that it isn't owned by Eternia, and that's part of why I think New Maryland failed. It's not a part of the Empire of Eternia if it's not controlled and run and owned by Emperor AP, if it's not Eternian from the get-go, because anybody can do anything that they want with their own property, with their own rights and their own property. If it's not mine by right, by law, then you can do whatever you want with it, which means that it can't be Eternian. If something is Eternian, we have jurisdiction over it, and no one else does. No one else could, in any legal frame or scope or reference, have control over it. It is specifically an Eternian thing, and I think that's what hurt so much about the server being created, was that it was something that was said to be done in the name of Eternia, yet ultimately ended up detracting a lot from Eternia and hurting Eternia because it pulled away everybody from the stream. Not everybody, I appreciate you guys, but it pulled away the people who were speaking in the voice chat, which was difficult. And I hope that changes. Also, Chewy said that they sent us some stuff. Yeah, I will. Republic of Free Dairy, nice. This is a lot of intense stuff. Merging tension dairy. Every one of these have free dairy in it. That's why he said he respects that his ally can sell him guns. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Also, JR Omulus 17. If you're able to play right now, I can add you. If that's what you're wanting. Don't know a name yet said, hi, OMG, is that the real free dairy? That is a great question. I have no idea. Also, don't know a name yet. If you are not subscribed yet, you absolutely should be. But I think I've seen you in the stream before. I am just learning that that's actually a nickname for the IRA, or an extension branch of the IRA, and I didn't know that. If that really is people from Free Dairy, I would like to discuss that with you guys. I would be interested to know what's going on with that, and what the ideology is, what the purpose is, and you know, how it is to be somebody who is actively in, you know, violent rebellion against their home country. That's not something that Eternia really supports, because we you know, obviously want to go about things peacefully, and we hope to change people's hearts and minds through their own will, and through the ability of us to grow and compile our resources. That's part of the reason why we want to own the things that that are so special to us, is because, you know, when we don't control things, people can do what they want with it. People can change it. People can dismantle it. So yeah. I think I think until the time where there can be someone who is who I feel comfortable passing on Eternia to, which I don't think would be until I die, Eternia is going to be something that is first and foremostly, you know, the ruling and the ideology of myself, and therefore, you know, in order to make sure that no one can take that from us, and no one can hurt the people that I have given to and that I have helped, I want to ensure that, you know, that land and that property and that money and everything is owned by me, such that we can develop that. Also, just have a huge, beautiful overlook here. I don't want to start off by saying that. You know, you can really see the full Empire of Eternia from up here. Okay, and we respawn. Counselor Friederi says, I'm a DM you some news stories that come up. Interesting. So yeah, Chewy sent us a whole bunch of stuff that was free dairy stuff. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of comments. Kingdom of Mibius says, I probably can't. Don't know a name yet. Free Dairy is so cool. I saw them in the news recently. How much you want to bet it's Free Dairy's alt account? Don't know a name yet. Said no. Okay. I've been here for a long time. My old name was Zach Armstrong, but I wanted to change it. Fair enough. Oh, interesting. Okay. Zach, how are you doing? We haven't seen you in a minute. Also, Zach, are you the same one who has contracted coronavirus? Because if so, we wish you the best, and I really want to make sure that you're okay. That's a rough time, and it's a hard thing to deal with. I don't know anyone personally, hopefully as of yet, and I'm praying I don't know anyone personally who has coronavirus, but I am wanting to make sure that you're okay if that's the same Zach as in our Discord who has the coronavirus. There was somebody recently, you know, in our last stream that happened to, and we're talking about that with. So that was something that was quite a bit difficult for us as a community, you know, just to see somebody going through that, and even having to step away from the community because of that. I don't know a name yet. Says no, I don't have coronavirus. That's good. Different Zach. Yeah, there's a Zach in our Discord who has said that he has coronavirus, and also has asthma, which makes him somebody who's severely at risk, and that's something that's really dangerous and really concerned about. Kingdom of Mibia says, TBH, free dairy scares me. Yeah, and I hope everything is okay with everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Evan Gilbert says, how did you come up with the idea to make the Empire of Eternia? Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm back. Hold up. So first off, don't know a name says I'm a report free dairy. I think he's fake. I agree. I don't think that's the real free dairy, because if so, they would, you know, I think there would be something. I feel like I'd be interested to know if that radical an organization would be so openly public with their accounts and their involvement, because I feel like if they were tied to serious crimes in the United Kingdom, that there would be some people looking into who owned those accounts and would potentially be tracking those people down. Kingdom of Mibia says, fan mail, let's do fan mail. Absolutely, we should do fan mail. Um, um, I would love to do that, and I want to answer you guys' questions. So if you guys have questions, definitely leave them in the comments. I want to get a P.O. box one day so you guys can actually send stuff and we can review it, because that would be awesome. And you know, like over there, we're trying to get to we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, and we're at 709. The 10 days left to go thing is actually because in 10 days it's my birthday, and I'll be turning 22. But yeah, so Evan, the reason that I came up with the Empire of Eternia is actually kind of a sad story, and I would love to expand upon that more one day when I feel like it's right. But as of right now, I don't know that it's quite the time. I've talked a little bit about it, and you can go back in other streams and see that. But there is some personal history to it, and the full truth of it is quite sad, and something that I have a bit of difficulty sharing. Excuse me. So yeah, just know that you guys are getting to me. Just know that I care about you all very, very much. And that the Empire of Eternia is something that I have created in the hopes of helping all you, and in order to see the progression of not only the micronational community, but just to be able to spend time with people, to be able to see how this affects people, and to see how people have contributed so much to this community that we built, specifically under this idea. I know it doesn't have a lot of background to it right now, and I want to develop that further, as far as the also King of Nibia. I don't think Zach is talking about me. I think he's talking about this Republic of Free Dairy account. But first off, I'm gonna go ahead and read the comments. I just wanted to say, you know, the Empire of Eternia is something that was a passion project for me. It still is, but has a lot of really personal meaning behind it. And I haven't fully disclosed that yet. I haven't fully explained uh, the background behind that, but it's something that I think when you guys hear it will be well worth the wait. So I appreciate all of your support and know that a big part of why the Empire of Eternia is what it is and how it's developing is because of you all. Because of people who care about seeing a world that is being helped. Because it is something that we can allow others to benefit from and to grow from and to be supported by. So that's a big deal for me. We got a whole bunch of stuff. So Kingdom of Mibia said, let fans and Micronations send you fan mail, and we can send you some flags as we see your bare wall. Exactly. No, so behind me right now there's a super bare wall, but this is actually in our southern province. You know, I would definitely post things in our southern province, but we do have a headquarters up in our northern province, or territory, I shouldn't say province, but our northern territory, where I would love to put those flags and things. So I will absolutely have those things. I will absolutely open up a P.O. box. You guys send us flags. You guys send us stuff, and we will talk about it. We will discuss it, and I'm just flattered that you guys would want to send that. It means a lot. I've always wanted to do a P.O. box, but until this point in the channel, I didn't think there'd be enough people sending me things to really be worth it, but right now I think that's definitely a possibility. Kingdom of Mibia said, let fans send you Micronation, we'll send you stuff for your bare wall. No, I would love that. Public of Free Dairy said that they are real. Hold up. Kingdom of Mibia says, I'm not sexist chill. Free Dairy says, yeah, I'm real. Free Dairy says, don't know a name says, I don't believe you. Free Dairy says, okay, then that's not my problem. Kingdom of Mibia says, sorry, Emperor AP, accidentally pressed enter again. That is all good. I hope you're doing alright tonight. And I'm glad you're just hanging out. That's what's most important. We have 7 viewers right now, and for me, it's 1 a.m. So I know for you guys it must be late, and wherever you are out there in the world. And I appreciate you hanging out with me because, like we saw tonight, you know, there can be things that change in the community, there can be shifts, and it means a lot to have your support. It touches me. It really does make me feel special, and it makes me feel like we're doing something important here, and it motivates me to see you all so supportive. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This is all because of you all. Kingdom of Mibia says, sorry, Emperor, accidentally pressed enter again. That's all good. Don't know a name yet, says, I still don't believe you. Kingdom of Mibia said, can I send a full-fledged flag like ones you see on poles standing high? Absolutely. I would love that. If you have the ability to. See, I haven't even purchased a flag of ours yet that's that size simply because they're quite expensive. We might get one soon, you never know. But as of right now, that's not something that we had really gotten, just because of the difficulty with that and the expense that comes along with it. I'm going to try and actually elevate the stream a little bit so that the lighting is better. But while I'm doing that, that would be gross. Uh-oh. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to fix it for you guys. Bear with me. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Webcam. I'm going to mute and turn back on. I'm going to deactivate and then reactivate. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, that's just what I wanted to say, is that I know it's if you want to send a flag, I would absolutely love to do that, and I'll show it off, and I might fly it over our Eternian headquarters for a day or something like that if you send us that. But that'll be exciting. Hold up. Don't know a name says Empire ban him. Kingdom of Mibia says chill. Republic of Free Dairy says what I'm thinking. Kingdom of Mibia says sweet home Alabama. You know it. And it's interesting because I do live in Alabama right now, and that's definitely my home for the moment. But at the same time, I'm actually a native Cajun, so I was originally born and raised in Louisiana. A whole bunch of other stuff. Grand Duchy of Vasile says, I gotta check out Ireland someday. Agreed, I would love to go. Free Dairy says, yep, great country, Brits should leave it. So Free Dairy, tell us this. If you are, okay, you don't have to prove yourself, Free Dairy. You absolutely do not have to prove yourself. But if you wanted to prove yourself to us, which would be quite the thing for not only our stream, but just for the people out there, if you provided us some photographic evidence or something like that that has not been seen before, of the free dairy movement, and you could prove that it is a part of free dairy, and that you are a part of free dairy, that would give some legitimacy to your claims. In fact, a lot of legitimacy. And then we'd have quite a bit to talk about, because I'd be interested in knowing your views and why you're doing the things you're doing and things like that. What you feel like justifies the views that you have, and the actions that you take because of it. Kingdom of Mibia says, true, I might get a smaller version. Very true. Mibia says, oh, okay. Don't know a name yet. Says, you're going to ban him. The Kingdom of Mibia says, I will build you a palace when I get on today if I can. I appreciate that. The thing that's an issue with that right now is our server here is only active when I'm on. So it's just my local server, so I have to invite you, and potentially that'll be tonight. But you never know. Free Dairy says, can you shut up? Dang. Kingdom of Mibius is on Minecraft. Asil says, if Brits are getting shot, why haven't they left? These are all great questions. These are all really interesting questions. Hold up. Republic of Free Dairy says, because they're shooting us. Evan Guilford says, you are deadass, my favorite, deadaxe. You are deadaxe, my favorite YouTuber ever. You are, of course, and always will be the one and only micronation that I will stay true to. Thank you very much. And for that purpose, I hope to give back to you. You know, I hope to make the Empire of Eternia something that really does benefit the lives of the people who support it. I hope that the more you want to contribute to the Empire of Eternia, the more that the Empire grows and develops, the more opportunity it allows for you to gain from that growth, monetarily, in status, in security, and in overall just a platform to feel the freedoms that come with helping to grow a large community, as you are helping to do every single time you watch the stream. So it means a lot to me. It doesn't just mean a lot to me, it means the world to me, because this is something that is going into my life's work, and I appreciate you supporting that. Republic of Free Dairy says, I don't care much if people believe me or not, but the stuff that exists is just about all I can show. It exists for reasons. Blank says, hello, mate. What's going on? Blank, how you doing? You have missed a lot of stuff. There's kind of been some back and forth going on. There's been some crazy stuff. And it's been kind of weird because it's been a little sad tonight. There was a whole different server, Minecraft server thing created, and you know it's kind of caused some fracturing in the community, and you know one of my citizens is a part of it. It got to me a little bit tonight, to tell you the truth. And even though I am excited to see what happens and to see where that goes, I know that right now things are difficult, and I'm trying to make that adjustment, and I'm trying to make things work, and to show you all that even though there's something weird going on right now, and even though I feel weird personally, I'm trying to be transparent about that. You know, I of course don't want anyone else to feel obligated to be as transparent as I am, or to put themselves out in the same way that I have. But if I go through something difficult with this micronation, I want you all to be able to learn from it and to see how I'm dealing with it, and hopefully to give me advice on it. So right now I'm dealing with something tough, which is sort of a fracturing in the ideology of the Empire and in support of the Empire. So I appreciate all of you who are hanging out on the stream right now, because it means that you show an incredible amount of support, which blows me away. But it was just interesting because tonight we saw something that can claim to be supportive of the things that you want and the things that you develop, but may ultimately have their own intentions, and we see that develop over time. Ooh, hold up. Byzantine Crusader says, first time I'm catching a stream. Well, then I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I definitely appreciate you doing that and giving us a like, because it helps to get the video out. But right now, we're dealing with something tough. And I don't fully know how to process it, so this is a great video for you to be a part of, because, hold up. So, a whole bunch of stuff. Kingdom of Mibia says, also you pronounce my nation by saying Miba. Is it Miba? My apologies. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, but if you teach me how to pronounce it correctly, I will try my best to pronounce it correctly from now on. Blank says, you know what's sad, mate? I lost my very important world. Also, Blank, you are from the UK. There's this person named Republic of Free Dairy who considers themselves to be a part of Free Dairy and all this stuff, and we're trying to figure out the legitimacy of that. But I'm interested in hearing your take on that. Also, what did you lose in your very important world? Is it a Minecraft world? Blank says, oi. Free Dairy says, secession doesn't mean we're criminals. Duchy of Asil says, just chill, man. Dairy's telling the truth. Mibia says, don't know a name, stop fighting and insulting other members. Don't know a name, stop fighting and insulting other members. Hold up, what's going on with everybody? Me then ba. Hold on. Kingdom of Me ba. Kingdom of Meba. Oh, that may be the better way to pronounce it. Meba. You said it right. Yay! Never mind. You said it wrong again. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I don't know which way is right because there's a lag in the stream. So when you're saying one thing, I'm saying the other. Sorry about it if I am getting it wrong. I'm trying to get it right. Maybe you'll have to DM me in Discord or something and correct me. But Republic of Free Dairy says, what does boomer even mean? It actually is representative. If you're talking about boomer as an old person or whatever, as a slang term, boomer comes from the word baby boomer, which refers to people born right after World War II. For example, my father is 75 years old. He was born in 1945, which was right at the end of World War II. His father was a part of the U.S. Navy in World War II, and he is a baby boomer. So he is, in the strict definition, a boomer. And that's what that's meant by, if that's what you're talking about. Blank says, yes, it's a Minecraft world that had diamonds and stuff. That's important. I'm sorry about that. Kingdom of Miba says, say the word me-ba. 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 Kingdom of Miba says, it's okay. Blue Heart Scott says, hey, what's going on, Blue Heart Scott? We're actually just talking about some stuff right now. Oh, Miba. Like that. Okay. Miba. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to try my best to say it that way if that is the correct way. Miba. Republic of Miba. It's interesting. Blue Heart Scott, tonight we are dealing with some difficult stuff. The biggest thing, we had a Minecraft server that was created in Java that was separate from the Empire of Eternia. That was by the people who created it, was supposed to be an homage to the Empire of Eternia, and was actually supposed to become something that, Kingdom of Miba said, hey, yes, perfection, you got it, yay. I'm glad, Miba. I'm glad we were able to get it correct, and I appreciate you taking the time to walk us through it. I know that can be frustrating, but it means a lot. Blueheart Scott says, peeps, yeah, we were kind of dealing with something sad because there was something that kind of fractured the community a little bit, and at least the stream, and it felt a little disheartening to me, but we're talking through it right now, we're trying to deal with it, and honestly, I want some advice for how to go through that, I have gone through other things in the past, like the creation and falling apart of New Maryland, but um, it, there's always new things and new challenges to be faced, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I face that head on in front of you all. I hope to continue to be transparent in that and allowing you guys to see the fumbles and the mistakes that I make along the way so that I can learn from them and so that you guys can learn from them as well in what it takes to make a micronation and how that can go right and how that can go wrong. Don't know a name yet says I hack you and call cops you. Republic of Free Darius says, okay, bye. Blank says, what fractured? Oh, I'm sorry you're heading out, Free Dairy, but see you later. Blank says, what fractured? Kingdom of Miba says, don't know. Sorry, Kingdom of Miba, my apologies. Kingdom of Miba, don't know a name is threatening dairy. Yeah, y'all stop threatening. Y'all chill. Um, uh, Blank says, bye, lad. And yeah, essentially what happened was there was a group of people in the Discord who created a Java version of our Minecraft server and wanted it to be considered officially Eternian. But I was never a part of the server. It was something they decided to develop and create on their own and are now continuing to develop and create uh, that. So hold up. Kingdom of Miba said, and calling us boomer and name calling. Don't know name yet says bye mate. I'm go and hack you Saul. I hack you all. Burn burn. Interesting. Good luck. Don't know a name yet. I hope you have a good night, and I hope you're doing all right. It's kind of crazy what's going on in the chat right now. If y'all will give me just 1 second, I will be in there to give the assist. Let's see here. Yeah. But yeah, Zach, just what's going on, man? Don't know a name yet. Can you just chill out? Blank says stop spamming while we chill out. Kingdom of Miba says I'm gonna just stop talking as it continues. Agreed. I think the best thing to do is just ignore it. But don't know a name yet. What's going on, man? Why are you feeling the need to hack people and stuff like that? Kingdom of Miba says I will continue to watch though. Don't know a name says ban him, not me. Well, I just want to know why anyone needs to be arguing and fighting in the chat. I think we can all uh, just talk about it and just figure out what the issue is. Blank says ban Ner. Don't know a name yet says he's a criminal. But you don't know who that is personally, so you don't know if they're a criminal. Free Dairy, I know, is an organization that has criminal ties in the United Kingdom. However, we don't know that person's actual legitimacy as being a part of that. There's no way to prove that. Byzantine Crusader says, so someone set up a server in Eternia's name without your permission. Is that what's happening? Yes, and then there was an addition to that. So they created the server without my permission. Well, so the initial server, the idea was that because I don't have Java and most of the people who wanted to play with me had Java and the people who were on the stream yesterday had Java, hold up, Invitar says, OMG, I'm on a live stream for the first time. Well, I'm glad to have you, Invitar. Definitely hang out with us, and I'm glad to have you. But yeah, so Byzantine, what ended up happening was we have 10 viewers, and it's 1:10 a.m. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. But that's the big difficulty is they had created this server because they said, hey, you not having Java yet, we want to create something that's so once you have Java, we can all get on and play together. And I said, okay, that's fine. Um, in just hoping that whenever I get it started, we can create that. But I didn't tell anybody to actually go in and create anything or do anything or make anything. And yet, whenever I got on stream today, they said, oh, we've already created all this stuff, and we wrote a constitution, and one of your citizens is a part of it, and he's helping us build and develop that, and all these sorts of things. So it became something that got out of hand really quick and became something that I had no part in. Whenever I then talked to them about it, they said, well, we know we got out of hand and we know we did our own thing with it, but would you care to just give that your blessing, and then it will become a part of the Empire of Eternia. We'll change whatever you want about it, and then it'll become a part of the Empire of Eternia. The issue is, something being a part of the Empire of Eternia means it has to come from me specifically. No one else can create something that is then a part of the Empire of Eternia unless it was instructed by me, unless it was something that I'm actively trying to get to happen. It's, you know, you can't have another company that's not Nike make Nikes, for example, and call them actual Nikes and have them be official Nikes. It's just not the way it works. So that was the issue, was that they developed this whole thing, created this whole thing, and then asked for my blessing for it. When I explained that that wasn't really something I was interested in and that I didn't feel comfortable with that, the decision was made then ultimately that they wanted to continue it and continue to develop it because of how much time and effort they'd put into it, so they just renamed it something that wasn't Eternian, and they all left to join that. The thing that hurt about that, I guess, was that the whole point of doing the Minecraft stuff and the whole point of having everybody on the voice chat like we did last stream was specifically to have everybody participate in growing and discussing the Empire of Eternia in real life, and in trying to develop that and share their viewpoints for the world and for micronationalism through this channel. And it hurt that I suppose I let a group of people in who I really was excited to have their voices heard on the channel, and really excited to see what they brought to the channel, and ultimately had those people leave to join something else that they claimed at first was all with under the guise of assisting and growing the empire, but then whenever I said that it was not and that they were mistaken, they preferred to continue on with what they were doing, which showed that it wasn't really ever about the Empire of Eternia. It was about what they wanted to do and the way that they wanted to do it. So I think that was the sad thing about it, is people really saying that they have your best interest at heart and that they, you know, are trying to do things in your name, and whenever you say, well, that's not the case, this is what I need and this is what I would like, for them to ultimately continue on with their own processes anyway. It's sad, and it made me feel strange, and it's not something that represents the Empire of Eternia, and I hope that in the future, I'm sure there will be more content talking about this and dealing with similar subjects, but it's something that took away from the stream tonight. You know, I started streaming at around 9 or 10, and it was something that I made now 2 streams because the first one ended up having issues, but I didn't exactly know how to deal with that when it occurred. Republic of Free Darius says, I'm concentrated more on freedom than love. Kingdom of Mabia said, hey, Invitar, have a nice time chilling with us on stream. Second time to make sure he feels welcome. Agreed. Invitar, I am glad that you were hanging out on stream with us. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them, because I am absolutely excited to participate in that. As well, if any of you guys are on our Discord, I'm actively live in the Discord voice channel, I guess, in the voice chat. So I'm interested to hear what everybody is up to. I know Counselor Free Dairy is actually in the voice chat right now, but he has himself muted. I'm glad to see that he is joining us, or she. But yeah, don't know a name yet. Says Boomer Criminal Republican Free Dairy says you keep saying and don't you keep saying that, don't you? Byzantine Crusader says, this is certainly a difficult situation, but while we are on the topic of this, we have been running our own server on Bedrock for 4 or 5 months, and a few days ago we actually made you an embassy there. Oh wow, thank you so much. First off, if you would ever like to join our Bedrock server, definitely do. We would love to have you. And then in addition, I would love to see your embassy. I would love to check that out because I'm excited about it. Kingdom of Mibia says, Emperor, I don't support this drama in the chat. Can you make me mod to mute whoever continues or spams? If not, it's all fine. Byzantine Crusader said we would love if at some point you visited. Yeah, absolutely, I would love to. Don't know a name yet, says I'm a go. Alright, I hope you have a good night. And hopefully that does settle down some of the chat dispute a little bit. I really don't like making mods because then, you know, some people feel like they have more power than others and it becomes a whole big thing. I generally try to see if things will simmer down on their own. If they're not, eventually I'll step in. Grand Duchy of Asile says, I'm debating making my own server. Interesting. Well, first off, if you guys want to join our server and develop that, you definitely should. If not, definitely go and make your own servers. It's an exciting thing to do. I think the only reason why why this situation is interesting is because it was all started under the guise of being something for the Empire of Eternia, and that ultimately changed it. And sort of developing into its own thing. And it still did. You know, it still continued to just develop further and further into its own thing. And I never had control of it in the first place. I never had any say in it in the first place. And so that was strange. Grand Duchy, Republic of Free Dairy says, bye Boomer, don't know a name yet, says, no you Boomer. Mabia says, okay. Good night, don't know a name yet. Good night, don't know a name yet, I'll see you later. Dairy says, what's wrong with him? Grand Duchy of Asile says, I have no idea. All of this has been really crazy. Also, etc., what's going on? How are you? Etc. is actually joining the game with us, and I am glad to see them. They gave me a sword. Hold up. They gave me an enchanted sword. AP's Punisher, Bane of Arthropods. Hey, that's awesome. They gave me a sword. It's a golden sword, and I actually love it. They named it and everything. Oh, it's beautiful. Also, we have this beautiful green grass, this green grass bridge that has been developed. I built the bridge itself, but I didn't realize that it would actually grow that stretch of grass on it. And now that it has, I think it's super cool. I would love to eventually turn this into stone. I would turn it into wood, but I know somebody could easily burn it then. So stone would probably be the way to go, if not this. Ooh, somebody's on fire right now, and they just died. And I'm running all the way over here. This bridge I hope to extend actually all the way up. Our sun is setting. All the way over there to that secondary village. But for right now, we are hanging out. I also built that tower up there to get a nice view of the Empire of Eternia from its from a nice high vantage point. In fact, I think right now, so far that I can see, besides those crazy ice penis tower things, I think my tower over there is the tallest thing in the Empire of Eternia, for certain. Potentially in the map and the server as a whole, this may be the tallest thing besides the clouds, which is a pretty cool thing to see. So we were just able to develop that. yeah, so climbing all the way up this tower, you can see all of Eternia kind of lit up. And I want to do more with it. I want to actually make it so this is an easy thing. I don't have to jump, but I can just kind of step up really quickly. Yeah, look, you can see all of Eternia. You can see the different houses people have made, the different, little farms and little areas that everybody sort of carved out for themselves, which has been something really, really cool. And then, of course, our secondary village over there. I think I can make it into the water from here. No, I can't. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, I was so close to the water. And that means I lost my Punisher. Wait a second, I gotta go back and get it. That was that awesome sword from Excelsior. Sorry, from Etc. So I really want to recover that sword because it was a personal item that they gave me, and I really, really loved it. So I want to make sure that I get that back. Not just for them, but for me. I really loved the sword, and I was sad to have just lost it. I want to see where I actually dropped down to. I fell somewhere right around here, but I lost my sword. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find the sword. Hold on. I lost the sword. I'm trying to find the sword. Where is it? Because I jumped and I fell somewhere around here. And I really want to retrieve it. I jumped from up there. Okay, so I wouldn't have fallen that far. I probably fell actually right over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah, I got it. I found it. Yay. I'm super glad I didn't just lose that sword that they spent all that time crafting for me and enchanting for me and stuff like that. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, Mr. Polar Express. First off, thank you for hanging out with us. I don't think I've seen you in the stream before, so if you subscribe to us, it helps us out a lot. Republic of Free Dairy says, yeah. Kingdom of Miba said, Kingdom of Miba said, King's Sword. Republic of Free Dairy says he must be a CS. CS, a colonist Brit. Republic of Free Dairy says, yeah. Elvin Guilford says, I wish Britain would still have an alliance with Ireland and Scotland, but just leave them alone because they're their own countries. Fair enough. Infatar says, why is the screen like cut or something? You know, the two inventories on screen right now. That is a great question, actually. Hold on, let me... Oh, because there's literally just two screens. Thank you for pointing that out. There are two game captures going on right now, so I'm actually just going to hide one of the game captures so that it makes everything a little bit nicer. Sorry about that. I actually didn't realize that was going on until you pointed it out. So you doing that helps a lot. I'm going to go to the viewer count, and I'm going to actually take that out of the thing, and I'm going to put it into widgets so that our widgets are on one thing. Our webcam stuff specifically is all going to be right there, so I can grab it all at once and move it to somewhere like right here or down here. And I may even expand up a little bit from there. So I may take that and bring it up like that, drop it down. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty nice. I like that. Okay, cool deal. So I think that looks a little bit better for everything. Okay, so Morgan Schaefer Jr. says, hey, what's going on, Morgan Schaefer? We've been talking about a lot of micronational stuff. Specifically, we've been talking about difficulties that the Empire of Eternia has had, and kind of a sad night tonight because of a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on with people creating Minecraft servers and all these different things. Uh, um, uh, so, I'm just going to call you since you said not to say your uh, hold up, Morgan Schaefer said they're going to go to bed. Have a good night, Morgan Schaefer. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. We have 12 viewers right now. What is going on, everybody? I appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. We've been talking about, honestly, some kind of sad stuff with the Empire and just dealing with, a loss that we had with sort of a separation in the community a little bit, and hopefully trying to go through that and overcome that and bring that together. I know part of it is just on me, in having difficulty accepting things and having hold up Kingdom of Mabia says, welcome Polar Express, I hope you can chill with us in the stream. Agreed. It's glad to see you I'm glad to see you in the stream, and we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because as a micronation we are trying to develop an economy, and that's a way that we can do that. So you helping us get to 1,000 subscribers means helping us to develop an economy for our country we're creating. And in addition, Kingdom of Mabia, I hope that I fixed what you were talking about. I'm gonna just say your name is because I don't want to mispronounce your name. You said that it was something that wasn't easily pronounced in English. So my apologies if I've been mispronouncing, but requested that I not pronounce their name because I'm not pronouncing it correctly, effectively. But I think it's been interesting because in doing all the stuff that I've done with the Empire of Eternia and seeing all the people who have come to our side and helped us, it's been a little bit sad and a little bit difficult to deal with some of the things that happen in the community and the way that things change. Obviously, me trying to develop the nation in the way that I see fit isn't the way that everybody else will always see it, and that's something that's really tough that I have to deal with. Drift Express joined us. Hey, Drift Express! I'm glad to see you are hanging out in the game with us. So now we have Etc. and Drift Express hanging out in the Minecraft server, and ultimately tonight I was just talking about some stuff that became kind of difficult that I was trying to figure out what to do with, because when developing the Empire of Eternia, I've created it first and foremost with the ideas that I wanted in mind for a nation that I would believe in, and seeing things sort of change and adapt and develop outside of my point of view and my scope and my vision for what I have for my nation has been something hard, and it's a weird balance to try and have to face, because on the one hand you don't want to push out other people's ideas because that stifles creativity and it makes your nation something that's not worth being a part of. It makes people not enjoy being a part of your nation, and it makes your nation something that will struggle to grow. However, at the same time, if you allow everybody to make any changes that they want, your nation has so little intrinsic definition to it. It has so little defining characteristics that people can make whatever they want and call it whatever they want, and there's not really anything that is that can be done about that. Once people have sort of taken it upon themselves to change things and to make things their own, you have to make that decision of, well, is it worth potentially losing those people that have decided to make these changes, or is it something that I'm willing to compromise and to sacrifice losing my own creative control over that for the sake of retaining those citizens? And unfortunately, and not just those citizens, but those community members. And in this case, my opinion on it, which may not always be the right opinion, and I'm I'm still skeptical of myself and what my approach should have been in the first place with all of this. But the thing that ultimately ended up developing out of it was my choice of saying, hey, I need to be able to have creative control of the Empire of Eternia, and I cannot support what you all are doing in creating this thing that is outside of my realm to really have any say in. That was a tough choice for me to make as a micronationalist. You know, it's not easy to tell people no, or to say, you know, I don't think we should be doing this, or this isn't the way that I see my nation going. That's really disheartening, because of course you want to be able to support anybody and everybody who wants it, and you want to make sure that everybody's ideas are heard, but at the same time there's something to be said for your nation being what it is intended to, and being something that makes you happy first and foremost. So I think that's ultimately where we hit a roadblock, and where we had to make a determination about who we are and what we want. For the Empire of Eternia, I hope those of you who are supportive of us through this, I know those people will stick around, and I know there are some people who may decide to leave, or may decide to review their opinion of the Empire of Eternia after all this, and I appreciate all of you who continue to spend time on this. You know, go and check out all of the people's conversations who were on here when the stream was going on previously. We had 2 streams that we did tonight because the stream got cut off halfway through, and that was where a lot of them were talking, and we were having big discussions about why things were going the way they were, and how all of this was supposed to work out. So don't just listen to my opinion on it. Go and hear both sides of the story. But I'm just explaining from the Eternian perspective, from my perspective, what happened, and the way that that you know the situation played out from that point of view, and just how I felt about it ultimately. We have 7 viewers right now. I really appreciate y'all. Tudaless said we celebrated our 3rd Independence Day yesterday. Congratulations. The 17th. That's awesome. I am about to celebrate my 22nd birthday in 10 days. So I appreciate y'all. And you know what I would love for my birthday? Some subscribers, if y'all could give me that. We're trying to get to 1,000. And I know I'm just joking about that, but I appreciate you guys spending time with me. It's nice, not just on a level of a micronationalist, but as a person, and I appreciate that. Sir Andrew Carter said good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sir Andrew Carter. Don't know a name yet, said they're back. What's going on, Zach? Mabia said, good. Have you thought about what you called Darian said? Don't know a name yet, said, I'm sorry for my behavior. I really appreciate that, Zach. It takes a lot to apologize, and we accept you. We appreciate you. Byzantine Crusaders had also thought I would say that the Byzantine Crusaders is our group name of friends. Our micronations is Canadian. Interesting. Kingdom of Mabia says, we accept your apology. We just pronounce a letter how we sounds, not with all the English words like spoon equals spun, pretty much. Interesting. Viator. Im Viator. I'll try and say that. Im Viator. I hope that is correct. Duke Sir Andrew Carter, Kingdom of Mabia says, yes, we know. Duke Sir Andrew Carter says, wow, Your Imperial Majesty. I think my chat stopped. Yeah, there's only my messages on here. I hope everything's going all right. And Kingdom of Mabia put a question mark. I think I am going to head to bed for tonight, guys. Canadian L with an L at the end. It's kind of weirdly pronounced name. Canadiano. Canadiano. That's interesting. Canadiano. Also, we have 11 viewers. I really appreciate you guys. I'm probably going to head out here in a second, but I want to tell you guys that I love you all and I appreciate you all joining the stream. We've talked about some difficulties I've had. We've talked about this just being a learning process for me, and I thank you all for coming along on that. You know, if you have opinions on what I've said, if you have thoughts on that, please let me know. And also, go and check out those other people's views on it. Like I said, they have their own comments and their own things that they said while the stream was going previously, so check those out if you want to hear their side of things. And from that, I think I'm headed to bed as well. Good night, Kingdom of Mabia. Good night, Byzantine Crusaders. Evan Guilford, I had a good time being on here. Me too. Even when things like tonight happen where it's a little bit sad, I really do enjoy having the community here, and I appreciate, for my own mental health and for my own feelings of support and comfort, I appreciate looking to you guys for advice and for a community. And in trying to pursue my dream of building a nation, I know that I have your support, and that means the world to me. It really does. It makes me get up every day and want to talk to you all. So thank you so much. I hope everybody has a great night. Good night, Grand Duchy of Asil. Good night, Evan. Good night, Byzantine. Good night, Viator, everyone.